As we begin our practice today, perhaps starting to think about what our intention might be, whether it's to spend some time on ourselves, going within, practicing perhaps some self-control, cleaning and clearing our minds, despite whatever's going on around us. Perhaps it's sending those good intentions towards other people, even those people that may give you a hard time. Sometimes those are the ones that especially need it. So hold on to that thought in your mind and revisit it throughout the practice. Inhale and exhale. Once again, matching our movement with our breath as we go throughout our practice today. Let's start by inhaling as we shrug the shoulders up, down, and back as we exhale. So inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up, and exhaling down. Taking our time, allowing ourselves the grace and the patience as we let go of expectations and judgment. Allowing ourselves to be right here, right now. And reversing those directions. Still inhaling up and exhaling down, just kind of circling more towards the front instead of the back, or vice versa. Still matching the breath. It's easy to lose it because our minds are always so full of thoughts of where else or what else we need to be. Good, and after our next exhale down, allowing our shoulders to come to rest. Bring the arms out to the side, palms up as we inhale. We reach the top, exhale, push that air back down. Good, once again, inhale up and push it down. I'm gonna inhale up one more time, placing the hands behind the head, bringing the shoulders and elbows back, and just a slight little arch of the back, opening the chest, widening the collarbones, allowing the shoulders to drop away from the ears, opening up the front side of the body, allowing our heart to open to ourselves, to our practice, and if we need, to others around us. Good, inhale. And exhale, releasing the hands, allowing them to come back down. Good. Let's go ahead and turn the long ways on our mat. I'm going to inhale, sitting up nice and straight. And as we exhale, go ahead and roll on down. Placing the hands on either side of the hip as we press into the earth and lift the hips into our first bridge pose of the practice. Just noticing for now, the back body is starting to awaken and warm. Inhale and exhale, one vertebrae down at a time. Inhaling the knees towards the chest, grabbing in front of the shins or maybe behind the thighs. And if it feels good, bringing the chin to the chest. Opening up the back of the neck. And some of you may like to turn the head side to side. If that works for you, go for it. If not, you just keep it right where it feels good. Inhale. Exhale, allow the feet to come down, really grounding into the earth with each toe, or the four corners of the foot. And we're just being very present with our movements, not just going through the motions. Placing the hands down, pressing now into the palms, into the forearms. As we inhale and lift, keeping that space underneath the chin, as if you have a little orange or a little cutie that you do not want to juice all over yourself, right? So you want to keep that safe space underneath the chin. And if you'd like, you can also bring the shoulders in towards one another, clasping the hands, allowing the chest to open, the collarbones to widen, still pressing in through the heels, activating the glutes, using those hamstrings. Good, inhale. Exhales, release the hands, the arms and the shoulders, and slowly roll on down. Inhaling, knees to chest. Exhale, bring feet down. Inhale, the hips up. And exhale, the hips down. And continue on at your own breath pace. So we warm up the spine by flexing and extending. Still breathing through each movement. And only going to the point that feels good for your body. It's always a suggestion, not a command. We listen to the body the entire time. Good, exhale down. Bringing the knees into the chest, just giving them a little squeeze, maybe rocking a little up and down. Maybe rocking our body side to side, giving a little low back massage. Up to you how far you want to rock. Rock all the way, or maybe just moving the legs side to side, rocking from the hips. Good, bring the knees into the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing those feet down. We're going to allow the knees to splay out to the side, the bottoms of the feet to come together. And you can move the feet farther away from you or closer, whichever's most comfortable on the hips. And if it's too much there, too much of a stretch, you can also support on either side with a little pillow or a blanket rolled up. Otherwise, we're just allowing gravity to aid in this stretch to open our hips. Now, our hips are where we carry a lot of emotion. So you may find in our practices that after stretching the hips, you might feel emotional. Some people cry or start getting into their feelings. Just know that that's normal and quite common as we stretch and open the hips. If you want a little challenge from here, you can press down on the outsides of your feet, lifting your hips off of the ground. Notice how you feel that on the outsides of the hips, maybe in through the insides as well. Just a little more challenge. Good. Inhale. Then exhale. Inhale. And exhale as we lower down. Good, bringing those knees back in towards each other. Once again, we're going to stabilize the body. Hands on either side of the hips, lifting the hips up as we exhale them down. Inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, feet down to the ground. Good, now however it feels best for you, we can rock up or we can just sit up. That's okay, whichever works. We're gonna go into boat pose. So once again, lifting the lower legs off the ground with an elevated spine, nice and long as if there's a string coming out the top of your head. Hands can go to the sides for more challenge, straight up. Make it a little easier. We can support here. We just wanna make sure we're not dumping into the chest. So go ahead and lift, take a break whenever you need to, or if you'd like to increase the intensity, either holding in one of these positions or moving into something like a rowboat. So coming down and back up. So straightening those legs and coming back up. And if, like me, you're wiggling a little bit, that just means your body's waking up, your muscles are going, oh yeah, I remember doing this. I remember working. As always, taking our breaths with the movement. Good, and coming back down. We're gonna roll on over into hands and knees, into table. Once again, tightening that core, trying to get a flattish back, right? So we're not quite rounding just yet. Think table, you want a nice flat tabletop. So you don't want your drink rolling off the top, okay? Now we're gonna press into cat and cow. So as we press down into the earth, rounding the spine, allowing the belly button to come up and in towards the spine, dropping the top of the head, and then we reverse that. Tailbone comes up, top of the head comes up. We wanna make sure we have that space between the ear and the shoulder. Okay, so we don't want to be stuck in here. Press the earth away. Good. Working with your breath for each movement. And once you know which pose we're doing, or you know the name, and you want to work with your eyes closed, feel free to do so. And if you find a spot, let's say you're in cat, and you're like, oh, I really want to stretch off to this side just a little bit, go ahead. There's no reason why you can't. And if you're feeling like, ouch, my knees hurt here, you can place a little towel underneath the knees, or you can even fold over your mat a couple of times, so you have a little more support there. Good, coming back to neutral, into table, moving into spinal balance, reaching one arm and the opposite leg out, whichever you choose, because we're gonna do both. And maybe this time we will abduct, so moving away from the midline of the body, coming back to the center. Inhale and exhale as you move. Good, and then coming into the crunch, elbow to knee. Or just simply holding it if that feels better for you. When you're ready, we can move on over down to the other side. Once again, inhaling, opposite arm and leg up, and then maybe spending a few movements abducting, trying to keep the arm and leg at about the same level. So moving away from the midline of the body, back to it, under control. You notice how you might feel that in a slightly different spot in your back, or your shoulder, or your glutes. Good, when you're ready, moving into that spinal balance crunch. And if this is too much on the body and you just want to do just the leg, do that as well. Take your time. Good, coming back to center, into your table. Inhale. Exhale, sit on back to extended child's pose, reaching both arms out in front, allowing the head to come to rest. On your next inhalation, come back forward into table. Now take our right arm, place it right behind our left wrist. Inhale that arm all the way up to the sky. Exhale, slide it right behind that same wrist all the way down. So you can just rest on the back of your upper arm. Now, if this is a little too intense, you can also sit back towards the heels, keeping that arm still stretched out. The other one, just reaching. Let your head just rest. And from here, you can also rotate the wrist. Give it a little break. So up to you which position. Some people like a little bit deeper, a little more intense, a little bit higher. If you want even deeper, you can press down with the left hand and kind of look over that left shoulder and push into the stretch. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Come on back. Bring your both arms out. Inhale. And exhale. Good. When you're ready, inhale forward. You're starting from table. Same idea. Place it behind, rotate, lift up, and bring it down, sliding it right behind. Just placing your weight on the back of the upper arm. Your neck should be fairly relaxed. And if it's not, you feel like, oh, this hurts my neck, I want to sit back more towards the heels. Up. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Come on forward. Let's bring that arm back up and back down. We're going to try both arms, which is a little bit more of a challenge. Okay, so both arms is, I recommend sitting back on this one. Take your left arm and put it in front, right arm behind, and then you're going to come forward and let the weight of your body kind of press your arms across the body in opposite directions. Inhale. And exhale, sit on back. And by the way, if you missed it, you're basically, it's like you're hugging yourself, okay? We're gonna switch hands, so you can either start this way or just come on down, or you can place the left hand down below, right arm over the top, and then come forward. Inhale. And exhale, good. Go ahead and sit on back. Coming on out, let's reset it. Come all the way down, out into extended child's pose. Good. Inhale. Exhale. And next inhale, and come forward out of that child's pose into plank. If you need to adjust yourself to get into plank, that's totally fine. So wrists underneath shoulders. And we want a relatively straight line. We still want the collarbones nice and wide. Okay, so we're not rounding the back here. We want a relatively flat back. So we can either hold in plank, or for a little strength, we can inhale. Exhale, go ahead and lower down. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, lower down. And this is just to help us build our strength for as we move through Chaturanga, Dandasana, as we lower down. Otherwise, you can just hold if you're not ready for the modified push-up. Good, maybe one more. Come on up. All right, sit back, extended child's pose. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come forward. This time we're gonna go all the way down. Okay, so bend those elbows so that they graze the rib cage. We come on down, good. Just rest. So if we're really gonna go into locust, so we're gonna rotate the palms so they're facing the earth. And we're gonna lift the entire body up. So chest is gonna come up, thighs are gonna come up without bending the knees. We're just squeezing the glutes together, engaging the low back. Slightly engaging the shoulder blades, but not like squeezing really hard. Because yoga is a balance of effort and ease. So we want to overdo it. We don't want to underdo it and be a limp fish here. Inhale, exhale, lower down. Inhale, left up. And exhale, lower down. If it feels good, you can change the arm position. Go all the way out for a little more heat. Good. Inhale and exhale, lower down. All right, so we're gonna bend our left knee and reach behind, grabbing it with the left hand. So a little quad stretch. Breathing into the front of the thigh, pressing the hip in towards the earth. So you want the hip to go down towards the earth. There you go. Squeeze the glute for a deeper stretch. So maybe you want to gauge that butt muscle for a little bit deeper stretch. Good. Inhale. And exhale, lower down. Good. And do the same thing on the other side. Right foot to right glute. Push that hip towards the earth. Squeeze that glute. A little bit deeper that way. And once again, if your hand's not reaching the foot, that's okay. Just use a strap or a belt. Inhale. And exhale, lowering down. Okay, continue on with that again. Or if you're ready, going up into our bow pose, like a bow and arrow. And we inhale as we press up against the hands. Exhale, lower down. Listening to our back. If this doesn't feel good, don't do it. Once more. Good. Now we're going to allow both legs to go back down. I'm going to bend the left knee again. We're going to try and reach with our right hand. So going kind of across the body. Going across the body for this one. All right. Now we don't want to torque the knee too much, but what we're going to allow now is this hip to come up off the ground. So stabilizing your upper body, and allow that hip to come up and over. Once again, this is a great time for the strap or towel if that doesn't quite reach for you. Just wrap it around the foot, hold on to it, and let that grab that distance between the hand and the foot. So now letting a little spinal twist happen and stretching the hip flexors. Now this may be very difficult right now, because we sit far too much. Inhale, exhale, good. Allow the foot to come back, release, and let's do it on the other side. Good, inhaling that foot up, grabbing it or wrapping that strap around. Okay, and then when you're ready, we'll rotate. Allow the hip to open and that knee to come back. Just breathe. Good. Inhale. Into anywhere you feel tightness. Exhale, feeling that tightness, release and let go. Inhale. And exhale as we slowly come back to the center and release. Good. Placing the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push up and back, extended child's pose, which helps us to release some of that tension we just put on the back. we're gonna bend in the opposite direction. So it's like a pose and counter pose. All right, inhale, forward, kneeling plank. Exhale, crocodile on down. Inhale, we're gonna lift up to a low cobra. Exhale, push up and back. Extended child's pose once again. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, push back. Good, continue on there if that feels good for you today. And if you're ready to go to the toes, into that downward dog and full plank and all that, go there. If not, stick with what we just did. So if you are ready, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come forward, tuck the toes under, and then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal the feet. Feel the calves stretch, keeping that spine nice and long. Allow the head to come between the arms, so the ears kind of between the arms. Good. Doesn't matter if your heels don't touch the ground. You're stretching, but you're doing it right. So let's inhale forward to plank. We're gonna exhale as we bend those elbows, lowering down. We're gonna lift up into cobra or upward facing dog. Tuck the toes under, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Good, let's do it again. As many times as you need to. Inhale forward, exhale down, inhale, lift up, up dog, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes under, pushing up and back. Good, we're gonna do a few more. And if you need to, at any time, you can move down into the kneeling position as well. It's the same routine. Just listen to your body. Good, when you're ready, inhale forward, exhale, lower down, inhale, lift up and through to upward facing dog or cobra, tuck the toes under, push up and back. At your own pace, rest whenever you need to. Up and back. Good. You've had enough. You can go on back and rest in child's pose. And maybe rotate those wrists once again. Now, the more you practice on your own time, the easier that stuff becomes. So maybe take a day off and then practice again. Or maybe you just practice in that push-up position or kneeling push-up position and lowering down. Good. All right. Just gonna bring the arms out once again. I'm gonna come to your feet. So we inhale forward. We'll step the right foot forward where the right hand is. We're just gonna push through the ground and come on up. Arms coming overhead into a kneeling lunge. And elongate that spine up towards the sky. Lift the chest. You can put a gentle arch in the back if that feels good to you. And then we're gonna inhale the arms up. Exhales to come down and back into that goal pose position, opening the chest. Good, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Keep going. Good, allow the hands to come down. So just a reminder, when we're in the lunge, we want that knee to not really be going past the toes there. So if you need to, you can adjust that position further in or further out. Also, if you find that you're off balance, make sure that you have space width-wise between your knee and your foot, or when we go to stand up, your foot and your foot. Remember, you want railroad tracks, not balance beam. Okay, so your legs are gonna be, or your feet are gonna be railroad tracks, not on the balance beam for this. All right, lifting the arms up once again, open that chest, inhale, exhale, let's Allow that left hand to come down, right hand to come up, really rotating the rib cage, opening up, looking up over those fingers. Good. Inhale. Reach that hand up. Once more, inhale. Exhale, bring the hand down to the inside of the right foot. Left hand is going to go up as the torso rotates. You might feel more of a challenge here in the inner thigh and the groin. This one's more difficult. But just know you can also have that book there or block underneath your hand. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring that hand down. Let's bring the right foot back. Extended child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale forward to kneeling plank. Exhale, we're gonna lower down. Inhale up to cobra. Exhale back to child's pose. Good. Inhale forward, replacing the left hand with the left foot. Bring the arms up. Keeping the shoulder blades down against the rib cage, but opening the collarbones. Good. Inhale. Exhale, bring those arms down and back. Feeling the opening in the chest. Inhale up and exhale down. Keep going. Strong body pressing into the earth. Squeezing the shoulder blades down. Pressing in through the hip that we're stretching. Good. Once more. Up. Inhale and exhale. Bring the right hand down, left hand up towards the sky. Noticing your torso, your ribs really rotate. Inhale. Exhale, bring the left hand down, right hand up towards the sky. Enabling that hip stretch. Lengthening the side body. We lift that arm up. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Bring the left foot back. Sitting it back, extended child's pose. Just rest. If you like, bringing the hands together. You're sitting in rest in the back of your neck, in the back of your head. Or perhaps inverting the hands so that the backs of your fingers and hands are touching one another. All right, inhale. Exhale, release the arms down. Continuing on at the kneeling position, if that's what you need today. If not, go. Inhale forward, so we tuck the toes under, lifting the hips up and back to downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana, lifting up and through to up dog or cobra. Tuck the toes under, ding up and back into downward facing dog. Bring the right leg up into the air into a standing split. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot through both of those hands, closer towards the right hands. We press down into the ground, lifting the arms up overhead into our standing lunge, making sure that our weight is more towards the center of the body. We're not really leaning forward on this one. All right, inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows down, inhaling up and exhaling down. Once more up. Exhale, bring the left hand down towards the inside of the right foot. Right arm up. Good, gazing over that thumb and forefinger. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand down, left hand up. Allow the torso to rotate. Good. Keep breathing. Even if your body's a little wobbly, it's all right. Means it's working. Inhale. Exhale. Bring that hand down. I'm gonna lift the right foot up and back. Once again, into that somewhat standing split. Good, let's bring it down to meet the left foot. Good, breathe there for a moment. In and out. Your next inhale, we're gonna come forward. We're gonna exhale as we lower down. Inhale, up and through. Good. Exhale, up and back. Bringing the left foot up into the air. Inhale. Exhale as we bring it through to replace the left hand. Into the earth. Arms come up from the sides, overhead, as if you're squeezing a ball. Good. Allow the pelvis, remember, to rotate so it's not stuck up in the back. It's tucked down. Good. And then you're going to bring those elbows down. So exhale. Inhale the arms up. Exhale down. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale up. Exhale. Bring the right hand down. Left hand up. So you rotate. Massaging the organs, aiding in digestion, energizing the body. Inhale, exhale, bring it down, bringing the right hand up towards the sky.
Inhale and exhale, bringing that right hand down.
We're going to push the left foot up and back, standing split. Bring it down. Good. Inhale forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift up and through to upward dog or cobra. Tuck toes under, push up and back. Good. Breathing. It's a resting position, either here or in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, stepping the right foot forward between the hands, and then the left foot forward between the hands. We stand all the way up. Inhale, exhale, hands down to the sides in mountain. All right. Get towards the center here. Whew. We made it. We're all the way up. Okay. Inhale the hands up. Exhale, forward fold. In our forward fold, go ahead, grab the insides of the elbows, let the head hang. Maybe gently bend one knee, bend the other. Just kind of rock. And if you don't like holding onto the elbows, you can just let the hands hang to the mat or grab around the ankles. Just make sure that your arms are just kind of hanging and the way the hands are holding on. We don't want to really grip, we're just kind of hanging out. Good, returning back to center, releasing the elbows if you're holding on. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the sides. Once again, inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, but this time we're going to bring the hands up and through, sitting back towards our heels into chair. We can bring the hands to heart center. And just a reminder that we don't really want the knees going past the toes. We want the weight to be going backwards as if we're sitting in a chair, okay? So let's go ahead and stand up. I'm going to show you from the side. As we sit back, we hinge at the hip. So from that solid base down, we hinge at the hip and then sit down. So it's not knees coming forward, it's hinge at the hip, so your weight wants to go back behind you, and then bend the knees. Okay? You also want to make sure that the back isn't hyperextending. We really don't want to stick that butt up too much. We still want to brace it with our low back. Okay, so as we're sitting down, let's try it again. We're gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna show you from the side. So from mountain, inhale up to extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, extended mountain. Exhale as we hinge at the hip, sitting back into our chair. Now, up to you how deep you want that chair to go or how long you want to hold it. If you need to stand up, shake it out, and do it again, feel free. You can do it again with the arms, or you can just sit straight back. You can also put your hands in a different position, a little more difficult. Be overhead. And if you want a balancing challenge, you can come up onto the toes for a balancing chair. Now breathe through it. Lengthen the breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Your next inhale. Stand on up. Go shake those legs out. All right. So now we're going to move into our tree from last time. So as you know, you've always got your kickstand and your calf. You can come up to the inner thigh or over and across. Ooh. But just make sure that your body is ready to do that. One philosophy is that if you have to do what I did and grab it and put it up there, then maybe your body's not ready. So listen to your body and what it's telling you. So picking your side, for me, I'm gonna start balancing on my left leg, so my right leg is gonna go up first. You can start right here with the kickstand and tree, remembering that from my base, my left foot, making that arch in the foot, activating the toes. So all the surrounding muscles in my ankle are strong. My quadricep is engaged. My core is going to be lifted up and in. My head is going to be stacked over my shoulders. And my shoulders are going to be nice and open. Hands at heart center, or wherever you like. And if you're ready, you can come on up to calf or thigh, whatever works for you. If you want to challenge, hold that, and then move your arms. If you want a real challenge, close your eyes. Now breathe. Remember that both legs are pressing into each other as we're rooting down into the earth. So you're strong and stable. Breathe. Good. Inhale. And exhale, releasing the foot down towards the ground. Beautiful. Good. Shake it out if you need to. And then when you're ready, moving on to the kickstand on the other side or straight into the calf. Tree. Vrikshasana. Good. Moving into the calf if you haven't already and you're ready. Remember, we don't want that sassy hip. You want to tuck that hip in, pressing in through the bottom of the foot, not on the knee. Rooting into the ground. Give yourself a beautiful tree, and trees sway in the wind, so if you're moving, don't worry about it. If your foot comes down, don't worry about it. Just bring it up when you're ready. So once you've got your pose down, you feel like you have balance, start squeezing the muscles in towards each other. Make sure that the rectus abdominis, your six pack, is pulled up and in. And this pose becomes much harder when you activate everything else. Good. When you're ready, inhale and exhale. Release, coming down. Whew. Good. Shake it on out. And we're going to move into our standing pigeon. So we're going to cross the right foot over the left knee. So you're going to make like a 4 and then sit down, just like we did in chair, sitting the hips back behind us. So rooting up through that foot, come up, crossing here. That might be where you're at today, and that's okay. If you're ready to sit down, it becomes a strength pose as well as a stretch and balance. Okay, so you bring hands to wherever you like. I'm just gonna bring mine to heart center today because that's where I feel like I need to focus my attention. And we'll try for a little bit. Then we're gonna make the transition from tree into our standing pigeon. Inhale and exhale, good. Come on out. Release. When you're ready, you can try on the other side. Stabilizing first, nice and strong from the roots. When you're ready, cross over and sit down. And just breathe. Good. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and release. So now we're going to combine the two. So moving into your tree, either kickstand or calf or thigh. Take a few breaths here. And then we're going to move into the standing pigeon. All right, so stick with me. Regain your balance whenever you need to, and always take a break if you need to. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, you're going to bring that foot across the knee. You can hold on to it if you need to. And sit on down into your standing pigeon. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and come on out. Release the foot. Good. Going on to the other side. Into your tree. And then as you're ready, you can move on to sit down. To your pigeon. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Come on out. Shake it on out. Whew. And we just keep on progressing. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale all the way up. Exhale to mountain. All right, so now we're going to do a little standing wide-legged stretch. So you can take one foot out to the corner-ish of your mat, the other foot out to the corner-ish of your mat, just as far as feels comfortable for you today. What we're trying to focus on here is not allowing all of our weight to go in on the knees. Okay, we want to strengthen the body all the way around. So pressing in through the feet and then squeezing the inner thighs as if you're trying to take the mat and bring it together. Okay, so squeeze in. All right, so from here, we're gonna forward fold. So only going to the point that works for you. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold as we hinge at the hip, allowing the head to come down as far as it can today, letting it hang out, using your hands to kind of stabilize. Allow your tailbone to rotate up. You feel a deeper stretch in the hamstrings as we allow the tailbone to rotate up. Don't forget, you're still squeezing the inner thighs together. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up halfway. So think of your flat back. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bend the knees out towards the feet and come down into our fierce pose or goddess pose. Good, go ahead and stand up and sit on down. So we can add the arms to that if we like. Standing up, arms go up, come down, arms come down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Up to you, how far you want to go. It's our moonflowers. Inhale up, exhale down. If you want to just hold it, you can too. If you're just holding it, you're just going to come on down. You can bring the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Feel the burn. Good. Thinking once again about what your focus was at the beginning of this practice. Trying to hone in on that. Thinking, what was it that I was trying to focus on? Can I use that focus right now? Good. Inhale up. Now we're going to forward fold a little again. We're going to scoop down and come up. Scoop down. Let the knees bend. Scoop down. There's sunflowers. And maybe switching which arm is in front when you scoop down and pick that up. I think of it more as like a sunrise, like we're picking the sun up and we're putting it up in the air. Allowing the body to move. It's one strong unit. Good, once more. And sit on down. Palms are going to come out. If you want to give it a try with balance, go up on the toes. Not just hold it there as long as you can. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale, push up. Exhale, you can jump the feet in or just kind of shimmy them in, walk the feet in. Coming to the top of your mat. I'm going to face you. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Placing the hands on either side of the feet. We're going to step the right foot back, knee down, left foot back, knee down. Sitting on back, extended child's pose. As we begin to conclude our practice for today, keeping our attention towards what the intention was for our practice, whatever that is, keeping the focus still on the mat and on you. Go ahead, inhale forward, and we're going to come on down just to a seated position. Putting both legs in front of us, and you can place the hands behind you just to lift the chest, and maybe a little space between the feet. You're going to let both knees come over to the side. I'm going to inhale up and exhale down. Continue on at your breath. Just kind of cooling down, calming down, knowing that more is in store, and knowing that if you wish to challenge yourself, you can always choose the more challenging position. You can always do a few more repetitions. You can hold it for longer, and you can do it multiple times during the week. If you need to lighten the load, don't hold it as long. Choose the less challenging positions, and maybe work on some of the challenging ones for you during the week so they become easier. Good. All right, swinging those legs around on the long side of the mat. We're going to do a reclining pigeon. So we're going to cross the right foot over the left knee, just like we did in that standing position. And this is an alternative for the standing one. So if the standing just doesn't work for you, this is your alternative. Cross the right foot over the left knee. And then you're gonna hinge at the hips, bringing both legs in. You're gonna slide the right hand between the legs, left hand on the outside, and either grabbing behind the hamstring or in front of the shin. And just kind of hugging it in towards you. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the hip, as I said, is an alternative to that standing pigeon. I feel that for myself in this pose, I get a much deeper stretch because I'm not focused on trying to balance and hold all of my weight up at the same time I'm trying to do the stretch. So that one really does focus more on strength and balance, whereas this is more of a focus on the stretch. Good. Inhale into that hip. Good. Exhale, release the foot to the ground, but without undoing the twist. We're gonna bring the arms to goalpost or T position, all the way out to the side, or fingers up for goalpost. We're gonna inhale. Exhale, allow that right foot and the left leg to just rotate over down towards the ground. And then we look over our right shoulder. This is a little spinal twist. Cooling down. Breathing into anywhere you feel tightness. And as you exhale, imagine your body releasing deeper into the stretch. As we slow our breath down, we lengthen our stretch. We cool ourselves down. And when you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and inhale back up to center. Untwist. I'm going to try it on the other side, so crossing the left foot over the right knee, hinging at the hip, grabbing behind the hamstring or in front of the shin. And just let a little time and a little gravity deepen that hip stretch. If you're finding you're grabbing in front of the shin and you have to come up all the way off the mat to do it, it's going to strain your neck. So try grabbing instead behind the hamstring. And if you're still having to come up off the mat to do it, grab a belt or a small towel so that the rest of you can kind of chill out and we just pull it closer right over that shin. Inhale. And exhale. Once more, inhale. Exhale, releasing the legs down. Arms come out to the sides. Inhale, exhale, allow the legs to rotate over to the right side of the body. We look over the left shoulder, allowing the stretch in our hip and our back. Our abdomen. And just be. Keeping your thoughts and your intentions on the mat. Starting to calm the mind down even more. Imagine our breath coming into the nose, to the back of the throat, down the windpipe, expanding the lungs, then expanding the belly, and then reversing, watching the belly get smaller, the lungs deflate, the wind go back out through the windpipe, past the back of the throat, and back out through your nose. And when you're ready, We're going to inhale back up to center, uncross. Then I'm going to bring both knees into chest to kind of reset the spine, bringing the chin to chest if that feels good for you today, or if not, keeping the head on the mat, gently rocking side to side. So again, it can be the whole body, keeping the spine in one straight line, or just from the hips. Gentle, slow massage of the back. Allowing the knees to come back to the center, keeping the hands on top of the knees, and slowly drawing circles in one direction. And if it helps, keep your intention inhaling towards you and exhaling away. Or maybe you don't need that. Maybe you just want to freely move. And slowly widening those circles after each rotation. Coming back to the center, and then reversing, maybe starting very small, slowly spiraling larger and larger. Keeping the breath slow and even and peaceful. Coming back to the center, separating the legs, allowing the knees to draw circles in opposite directions, allowing the hips to really release. Trying to find that full range of motion all the way around. And coming back to the center as we now reverse the circles, moving in the opposite direction for each knee. Taking our time, knowing that we are exactly where we need to be at this very moment. Maintaining that nice long breath. And allowing the knees to come back to the center. Bringing them into the chest, giving them a squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, release them all the way down. Allowing yourself to adjust any part of your body so that it feels comfortable. It's not digging into the ground. Remember, if laying completely flat is uncomfortable, placing some support underneath the knees is helpful, or you can bend the knees. And imagine you are now in mountain pose on your mat. So you're still strong and long. We're going to lift the arms up and then away from the body, and we let them down, rocking the legs in and out, so that our hips are nice and relaxed. And let the feet gently fall to the side. Gently rocking the head slowly from one side to another. And back to the center, ensuring we don't have any pressure points underneath the body. Our breath is natural and relaxed, and we are at peace. Allowing the muscles in the face to soften. Allowing the jaw to relax. Any bit of tension we let go of. And during this time, if your mind starts to wander, that's natural, but simply bring your attention back to your breath and following the breath as it enters through your nose to the back of your throat, down and into your lungs, softening your belly, nourishing your body. Follow the breath back out. Anytime your mind starts to think of other things, draw it back to that breath. And as our minds become busy with thoughts of the past or of the future, we draw the attention back onto the mat, to here and now. Noticing the sensations of your body as you touch the earth or the textures around you, the heat of the sun, the coolness of night. Just be here now. Maintaining this softness of the body. Begin to wiggle the fingers, toes, and maybe rolling around the wrists and ankles. Gently rocking the legs in and out. And then the head slowly side to side. And keeping the eyes closed, slowly roll over to one side of the body, gently supporting the head with our arm. Noticing the feeling of peace, contentment, maybe accomplishment, and holding on to these good feelings and knowing that we have access to them at any time. Maintaining the calmness of breath and ease. When you have hold of that feeling, slowly and gently press yourself up to a seated position. Inhale, the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhaling up. We wake the body up a little bit more. Exhale down. Once more, inhale all that good energy in. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Light in me honors and loves the light in you. Namaste.
Dun, 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 dun.